Hey guys, welcome back to another Let's Play of Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky with Starshot Ryan. We last left off where we just had finished up taking care of that strange monster, the one that hides in the ground. I forget its name now, but... So, now we'll, after getting all that round up and finished, we'll then head back to Bose Town and report to the mayor and finally get that quest turned in. So, while we're waiting to finally get back... wrong way, sorry. While we're waiting for that, let's see, I guess I left off just talking about my PSP and some of the games I had for it. And it is a nice system, and for what it did, even if it was, didn't have as many games as the DS did. I did actually also have a nice white DS Lite that I made use of here and there, of course. Let's see. Okay, so it's weak to fire and nothing other concerning about it, so... But, yeah, so I originally played Legend of Heroes on the PSP, and I actually... The reason I even got a PSP, or what made me decide to finally get one, was thanks to Ys 7, which was PSP exclusive at the time. It was kind of annoying, but I sort of figured they were loyal to Sony, so I pretty much tried to play Ys. You know, it's a very fun action RPG game that actually is made by this company that's made Legend of Heroes right here. Nihon Falcom, I believe it's pronounced. I may be pronouncing it wrong. I'm sure someone will say something about it. Oh, that was convenient. Apparently all the birds are asleep. We haven't faced this enemy yet either. And it's known as the Rock Pecker. I wonder if that's... I'd rather not get into that. So, avian monster can knock you senseless with a single attack and only goes after males. How very sexist. But yeah, let's just focus on one bird at a time while they're still asleep. And it looks like, oops, wrong attack there. And it looks like they're weak to fire, so we'll need to make sure we have some use out of that. And we shouldn't, oh, and apparently Wild Awakening gives it extra strength, so that's why it's asleep in the first place, and it just healed itself, which is very annoying. And it could possibly kill Joshua here if I don't do something. But with the damage we're doing here, we should be alright. Actually, I'll go ahead and have her use her Firebolt on this other guy here. And have her attack him. And I think he's far enough away, he shouldn't be attacked. But he just did the Wild Awakening again. Lucky for us, and that's taken care of. Oh, cool, he just leveled up, so no more worries about healing either now. But yeah, so I got my PSP just for that game alone. Actually, I think I bought that game before I bought the PSP itself, I think. It's been quite a while since then, so I could be wrong. But that's pretty much the main reason why I ended up getting a PSP and trying to get all the different games for it. I haven't, of course, played it in a long time now. And I never did end up getting a Vita. I actually did get the PSTV Vita, which is fairly nice, because there were a few games on the Vita I wanted to play for it, but okay, going in the wrong way now. Gotta find that mayor's house. So, but I think I only have like 3 games for it in total for the PS Vita TV that I planned on getting, and that's probably about it. Oh, there's the guild. We'll check there later. Yeah, here we go. Mayor's house. So let's go ahead and report our progress to the mayor. And she's been excited to await our report, but apparently she wasn't waiting for us here. So now we just have to find her again. She's not down here. Apparently the maid is, though. And just talks about General Morgan, which we sort of already knew. Okay, maybe she's up here on the second floor. Here we go. Dealing with complaints from the citizens. Late deliveries of goods to the Bose market because of the airspace being a no-fly zone. Servicing the sewer facilities. Selecting a congratulatory gift for Her Majesty the Queen. Harm incurred by monsters on the new Ansel path. When will all this paperwork finally end? Oh, hello. Oh, are you back already? You look pretty busy, so wouldn't it be better if we came back at a later time? No, you're fine. So you found out something from General Morgan, right? I'd like to hear about it. Good work. I feel like I have a much clearer picture of the situation now. First, there was a hijacking by the Sky Bandits, and now a ransom demand. The situation is much more serious than I had originally anticipated. If the General hadn't found out we were bracers, I think we could have learned more, but... No, it's alright. I'm just glad to know that it wasn't a crash. With this information, I should be able to take effective countermeasures with the city. Now I need to think of a way to inform the citizens of Bose and deal with the families of the passengers. I imagine that would be quite a difficult task considering that you're already as busy as you are. Haha, well, that's just the duty of a mayor. And since the identity of the criminals is now known, may I ask that you continue your investigation of the incident? Of course, that was our plan to begin with. We've already had a run-in with the Sky Bandits before, and I'll wager the honor of the guild and that this is one group we cannot simply leave up to the Royal Army. Yeah, that's for sure. There's Dad to find, and then we need to deal with these Sky Bandits once and for all. Huh? What's with the look, Joshua? I was just thinking, and no matter which way I look at it, I just can't believe it. What can't you believe? That Dad could be beaten by a bunch of Sky Bandits. Basing my judgment on the ability of the group that appeared in Roland. I'm in agreement with you there. Cassius could have easily dealt with a group of that caliber. Come on, Joshua. You too, Shahara? You're giving him way more credit than he deserves. He's pretty good, I'll give you that, but I think it'd be a bit of a stretch to take on an entire group. Do you mind if I ask you something? Are you trying to tell me that your father was aboard that airliner? Oh, didn't I mention that? I'm embarrassed to say it, but yeah, he was. Not to mention he's a bracer too. His name's Cassius Bright. Did you just say Cassius Bright? Yeah, why? Do you know my dad or something? I've never met him in person, but I've heard a great deal about him. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say. But we might be able to use this to get some information from the army. Excuse me, Mayor? I'm very sorry, and I can empathize with what you must be going through. If there's anything I can do to help you clear up this incident, then I am at your disposal. If there's anything you need, please, don't hesitate to ask. I wonder what's up with the mayor. As soon as we mentioned Dad's name, she got all surprised. You're right, but I can imagine where she's coming from. The mayor and the general have known one another for a long time, after all. Well, not to worry about that right now. The real question is, where do we go from here? Just searching around blindly for the airliner or Sky Bandits probably won't amount to anything, right? I mean, if that's all it takes, then the army would have found them a long time ago. Huh? What's the matter with you two? Estelle, you've matured. If I had been the same as you before, you probably would have said something like, let's just comb the entire region. I never thought I would see the day when those words would have come out of your mouth either. My heart's too full of emotions for words. So what are you two trying to say? You can be so rude sometimes, I hope you know. Haha, we were complimenting you, Estelle. Seriously. Unfortunately, unlike Roland, the Bose region is enormous. I'm really hoping for a clue right about now. A clue, huh? Oh right, wasn't that Neil, and Dorothy we saw in front of the mayor's place earlier? He seemed pretty starved for a story, but he's gotta know something by now, right? It's true he arrived in Bose a little before we did, so I think it may be worth talking to him. I wonder where they went. Well, you heard him. It looks like we'll have to run around trying to find them if possible. They're probably at the bar here, but before then, I'd like to check out on the guild and see if there are any new quests on the board here. Okay, so we got the, yeah, so nothing new from the last time we checked. You know, we still have the, Nibel Valley Monster and the Bear Claw Survey. And then we have these two that we can go in and report for some extra dough. And then of course the West Bose Monster, which we'll take care of. I think we should be heading over there in not too long. But we'll go ahead and turn these two in right now to get some extra Mira here. Is that it? Okay, yeah, we just had the Ravenous Monster to deal with. Sorry, my bad. So let's see. We'll go ahead and check out. Let's see, where's the nearby shop? I just want to see if I can get any new equipment for my party here. No, that's the International Port, which is kind of useless at the moment right now. Okay, yeah, they should be over here. There's the Orbital Factory, and here we go, the Stein Arms Guards. And the guy looks a lot like the guy we spotted in Roland, too. But I'm sure we should just ignore that for now. Let's see, so I already have the weapons, except for hers. And then we have leather jackets. Okay, so it looks like we can only get one leather jacket, though, with how much we have. But we can get at least 2 boots, which should improve our stats defense-wise at least a little bit, but it might be better just to get the leather jacket since it'll bump Estelle's defense pretty high compared to Scheherazade's. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and just buy 1 leather jacket here for Estelle. And it looks like that's about it for now. There are some accessories you can use. I have a few different things here and there, but I don't really use them that much or that often anyway, so... And then I'll go ahead and equip the new leather jacket for Estelle here. Oh, did I already have a leather jacket? Oh, it looks like I did. My mistake. So I'll just go ahead and give it to Scheherazade here for her to wear. And I'll go ahead and sell these armor pieces we have since we don't really need them anymore. Are the work boots the new stuff? Yeah, the work boots are new, so... it looks like I've forgotten a few different pieces here and there, but we can at least get 1 more and give them to those 2 for now. And you can see each of the characters get this nice portrait that they showing the characters in a bit more detailed. I think they look kind of nice. Let's see, anything better for... Yeah, we get the knitted shoes. And let's go ahead and sell these spike shoes right now. And I could get 1 more, but I think I'll just save it for something else. Didn't want to talk to him. And let's see, anything else? Yeah, I guess, yeah, looks like not much else to really check out or buy. I'd rather save it in case we need, there are any new orbments or items we should pick up. Just gonna check here. Can't do any slot improvements because we're too low on red. And let's see. Yeah, there aren't really any new quartz to pick up that we don't already have, so we should be good for now. And I'm pretty happy with the setup we currently have, so let's go ahead and find those two in their bar. No, not the restaurant. That's too expensive for those guys. They should be here in this cafe. Ah, here we go. Here he is, drunk out of his mind already. Oh, god damn it. This ain't a joke, you know. Hiccup? Yeah, sorry. Poor attempt at a hiccup there. Well, we found him, but he's drunk off his ass. Was having his article rejected really that much of a shock to his system? He's just acting like the man he is. Men are pigs, after all. Though he seems to have forgotten that alcohol is a drink to be consumed, not a drink to be consumed by. You're one to talk. Don't they sometimes call you Bottomless Shahara? Oh please, Bottomless is much more suitable for a woman like Aina. I, on the other hand, can hold my liquor no matter how much I may drink. My face and my disposition remain unredded. So don't you dare group a fun-loving drinker like myself in the same category as this clumsy lush. Oh, come on. Or come now. When you get drunk, you lose it completely and everyone around you gets a heck of a show, admit it. It's certainly true that Aina is like a bucket to Shahara's sieve. But no matter how you look at it, they're both pretty bottomless. I'm sensing disrespect, children. Oh... Where am I? Good, you're awake, sort of. Drinking so much is not good, for your health, you know. Ooh, my head. What the... You're that bracer trainee, aren't you? Oh my goodness. Or no, goddess. What the hell am I doing in Roland? Thought I'd made my way to Bose. What are you mumbling about, you sponge? You are in Bose, and so are we. Oh, well, damn. Don't scare me like that. Ooh, and I see you've got a lovely lass with you. Name's Scheherazade Harvey. The pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. I'm the mentor of these two. Scheherazade? And are you the infamous Silver Streak, by any chance? Oh, you humble me, sir. I take it you've heard of me, then. Only rumors, I'm afraid, but yes, I know your name. You're one of the top young bracers, if I'm not mistaken. Which means you three are here to investigate the incident as well, I suppose. Oh, so you do have some brains left in there after all that booze. I'm impressed. You find anything out? We saw you by the mayor's house. You seemed pretty troubled. Damn, they saw that? Yeah, I was looking for clues and couldn't find any. That's what I figured. Damned army regulations on the spread of information really restrict what I'm able to learn anyway. And if I try to consult General Morgan at the Hawken Gate directly, I'll be held up for inspection for who knows how long. So I figured I'd at least try to score an interview with the legendarily voluptuous mayor, but a maid turned me away outright. And to top it all off, that useless girl kept screwing everything up. Everything! Oh great, adios. Tell me, what did I do to deserve this shabby life? Well, you did try to do an exclusive on the mayor's chest. But if you want information that badly, you might share some of ours with you. Huh? We're actually investigating the incident on Mayor Maybell's behalf right now. So naturally, we've met with the mayor and General Morgan too, for that matter. Holy crap, you serious? Yep, totally. Score! And the goddess gets a point, blessed by the bounty of Adios. Please, I beg of you, tell me everything, every last detail. We'll be glad to. However, aren't you forgetting something, Niall? I'm just gonna call him Niall at this point if they're gonna keep using that. Huh? Information ain't free, you know. We'll scratch your back, but you need to scratch ours first and get that look off your face. I totally do not mean that literally. You want Mira or something? My research funds are long exhausted at this point, I'm sorry to say. We're not interested in your money. We just find it fascinating that you made your way to Boise right after this incident occurred. Seems like you might have heard some interesting things yourself, that being the case. Ugh. And here I thought you were a nice kid. Turns out you're just a slimy little leech like me. I'll tell you what I know, but rest assured it's not big news by any stretch of the imagination. As long as it's related to the incident, no matter how trivial it may seem, I'll take it. Just don't be stingy. Give it to us straight, okay? Fine, fine. I'll tell you everything on my honor as a newsman. I've got 2 clues to share, so if you're taking notes, I suggest you get out your pen and paper. We're ready when you are. Man, way to go, Joshua. You're on a roll! Well, if he ever gets tired of being a bracer, we know he'll have a bright future in racketeering with those skills. The first clue is in the form of an eyewitness report from the village of Ravenou to the west. I've talked to a villager who's just come to Bose for a visit, and she told me something very interesting. Apparently she knows a kid who saw a huge shadow flying overhead on the night of the incident. A huge shadow flying overhead? Yep, airship, I told him. Maybe even that missing one. But the army checked it out and found absolutely nothing. Aw, you meanie, you raised our hopes only to dash them straight away. So you're saying somebody saw something, but it was probably unrelated to anything. That's what I'm saying. I warned you, it wasn't big news. And I went to a lot of trouble to get that sad morsel too, with that information embargo in place and all. Well done now. Let's hear that second clue of yours. Yeah, fine. The other thing I learned is that the military's intelligence division is on the move. Intelligence division? I've heard rumors about them. It's a new royally sanctioned branch of the army in charge of intelligence gathering and dissemination. That's the one, yeah. Supposedly they're so elite they can even stand toe-to-toe with the royal bodyguards. The man they put in charge, Colonel Richard, is apparently quite the whiz kid. With him on the case, they say this incident is as good as solved already. Doesn't seem like your information will be of much use to us in our investigation. Yeah, well, can't say I didn't warn you. Sorry, I couldn't help much on your end. But a promise is a promise. I scratched, now it's your turn. Of course, a deal is a deal after all. And we got to tell him all the information we got from General Morgan with the whole, who the group is behind it and where they've looked. The Capus Sky Bandits? A ransom demand to the Royal House and the airship corporations? Good goddess, that's exactly what I needed. That's the missing link I've been killing myself to find. Caught your fancy, did it? Absolutely. Now I can definitely write my article now. I can't be wasting my time getting drunk here. I have to find Dorothy, post haste. See you later, you wonderful people, you. Wow, his spirits certainly lifted fast. Well, he was chasing a big story, pretty unsuccessfully until we came along. It's only natural. I'm glad we could help him out. Well, looking at you from Mr. I'll break your kneecaps if you don't talk to Mr. Nice Guy in under a minute. Talk about a split personality. Stop thinking weird things about me. I was just negotiating. A little give and take, nothing more. A bad boy exterior with a good boy inside, or is it the other way around? Either way, I'm sure the girls love it. But anyway, I guess we're only really dealt with scrupulous people thus far. We're pretty lucky in that regard. Start dealing with weirdos, and that's when you'll need to bust out some really questionable negotiation techniques. Why were you looking at me when you said that? Anyway, that aside, was anyone else a little bothered when Niall talked about that huge flying shadowy thing? That eyewitness report from Ravenou? I'll say there's a strong chance there was nothing to it if the army already checked it out. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the army's totally infallible. They could have missed something. It wasn't General Morgan himself, after all, but one of his men, and some of those guys are pretty thick-headed. That is true. Probably worth looking into, certainly. Can't hurt at all, at any rate. Ha, you two are starting to get the hang of this, I see. I think this is a splendid idea. Let's head to Ravenou then, shall we? Got it. So, but as you can see, we did end up going to Ravenou. So it could have been the quest I was worried about expiring on us would not have quite yet and have just taken us to Ravenou and all the way there. Let's see. So let's go ahead and head over there now, since we don't have much else right now. Actually, no, we're not going the right way, are we? Let's see, and let's... I guess we do have some extra mirror, if I recall. So we might want to check out the restaurant here quick, just to see if we can pick up any nice items. No... Sorry, I'm looking for whoever I buy the restaurant items for. Maybe it's this guy. It looks like he's upset about something. Maybe I'll talk to the chefs here. Okay, it looks like you can't get any menu items from the store here other than the quest item we got from the cook earlier. So it looks like you can really only rely on the cafes, except unless you go to Ravenou, which I believe they should have something there, but... Oh, it looks like there's something going on here, but sorry I'm skipping it, but, you know, we can only spend so much time on certain things. And it's pretty much up to you if you want to check it out for yourself or not. Let's see, let's try the cheese risotto, which we learned. And that, you know, heals us up a bit here. And then we go to a shop, and we'll go ahead and check out the mouthful soup, which actually looks pretty good, and it even cures mute. And the red tail soup, which does pretty good HP and cures seal, which could come in handy later. So, but I'm just gonna pick up 2 for now, since they're a bit expensive. And that should be all we need for now. So let's go ahead and head out. Let's see, which way do I need to go? Let's see, north, south, west, and east. So let me go ahead and check our handy map here. Okay, so we should need to go west. Yeah, I believe that's west. So this way then. So yeah, if you're ever lost or need to find your way around, just if you're using a controller, just hold the start button and it displays the little note here up above on the edge of the screen, kind of helping you lead the way. I think I'm going the right way. Let me just double check just to be sure. I don't want to go all the way and just to end up somewhere else. Okay, yeah, so we're all going the right way. And you can also, of course, always check out your monster guide if you want to look over kind of what they are and what they do. Like the mushroom snake we see here will give us some more red seep, which we could probably use actually. But they're mostly spotted on the East Boys Highway. And there's of course our friendly chicken friends there who, you know, caused us a bit of trouble, but we'll just avoid them for now. And Ravenou Village. So here we are. And, oh, here we go, another story moment here. Huh? Oh, looks like a new party member. Yeah, or I think he joins with us later. I don't think he joins us right now. But yeah. Oh, red-haired guy. How's it going? Scheherazade, is that you? Well, this is an unlikely place to run into the Silver Streak. Right back at you. I thought you were in the Royal City, but are you here to look into the airliner incident? No, I'm here on some chump errands. But speaking of the incident, I hear, I hear it was the work of the Sky Bandits. Still, if you're here on the job, then I guess I don't have to worry about it myself. Good luck to you. Is that all you've got to say? I'm sure you've heard that Cassius might have been taken hostage, right? Cassius Bright taken hostage? Don't make me laugh. That old man's not going to get beaten by the likes of some sky bandits. Anybody saying that is severely mistaken. I'd like to believe that too, but I wonder who this guy is. I don't know, but he seems to fit the mold for a bracer. By the way, who are those brats you've got tagging along with you? They look like a bunch of newbies to me. Well, then I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that these brats are Cassius's kids. Yeah, that's a surprise, alright. So these are the old man's kids, huh? Hard to believe it. Why are you looking at us like that? This boy with the black hair is one thing, but the girl really looks like an amateur. Are you sure she's really Cassius's daughter? You want to try saying that again with my staff in your teeth? She's the bona fide daughter of Cassius Bright, and I have to warn you, her bite is as good as her bark. And I'm just his adopted son. Is that a fact? Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Well, take it easy, Scheherazade. And be careful not to let these brats drag you down. Yeah. And make sure not to rush into any more trouble either. I'll keep those words in mind. Oh right, Scheherazade. Was it you who took care of that monster near the mine? Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't just me, it was us. Ha! I don't think any number of trainees would have had made much difference. But anyway, good luck in your search for those sky bandits. Later. What's with that guy? He really pisses me off. I see. So that was Heavyblade Agate. Agate, huh? I'm just gonna say Adgate. I'm not sure if it's pronounced a different way. Heavyblade Agate? What a stupid name. Agate Krosner, Senior Bracer in the Bracer Guild. He works in all regions and isn't affiliated with any specific branch. His massive blade is said to be capable of slicing a monster in two with a single slash. I'll just tell you right now, he's one tough customer. Whatever, I don't care how tough he is, he's still a rude jerk. Come to think of it, how does he know Dad anyway? He seems to think highly of Dad's ability, but even so, he didn't seem to like him all that much. There are a number of things in his past I can't go into, and those things are the reason why he feels that way about your father. Well, I couldn't care less about someone rude like that. Anyway, let's hurry to Ravenous Village. Well, you've met one of the party members you'll encounter later on in the story. I forget his reasons for joining up again, but he'll be a nice addition for a while. Let's see, and here we are at Ravenous Village. Alright, let's see what we can find out about the sighting. So, what do you suggest? Should we just go talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did that all of a sudden. I think we should talk to the village elder first and see what he has to say about it. Okay. So yeah, that little tidbit we also heard from Agate a little back when he mentioned about us taking care of that monster in the mine. It was probably a good thing to take care of that before we had talked to the mayor. I would have to check a guide if that was the case, if we would have missed out on having to complete that quest, but better safe than sorry, I always say. And you can join us next time when we go ahead and talk to the village elder about the giant shadow that flew over the village that was supposedly witnessed by that little kid. Until then, have fun gaming.